what's up, guys? Welcome to Chatting More with Lou. I'm Lou, your host, and today I have a co host, and her name is Jasmine. And I'm excited to have her on this episode. And just to let you guys know, she will be in some episodes, and some episodes she might not be in. Just it's just all random, right?
Right.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, Jasmine, and let us know where we can find you, what you do, who in the heck are you?
Well, hey guys, my name is Jasmine. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Glam Jasmine, um, and on YouTube as Glam Jasmine as well. I'm just starting over my channel, so future videos to come. And I am beauty, lifestyle type genre, I would consider myself. And yeah.
So everybody go follow Jasmine. I will also, for those of you listening on YouTube, I will link her information down below in the description. She will also be, her information will also be part of the episode in the description on all platforms. And yeah, so she does makeup as well. Really good friend of mine, and I couldn't have asked for anybody better to have as my co-host. Um,
Aww.
Yes, because we pair very well together.
I
Um
think so.
yes. So in today's episode, it's the first episode that I am recording, that we are recording, and that it's going to go live, or it is live when you're listening to it. So I'm I
Yes.
know I'm
I
excited for this journey, and Jasmine is gonna be part of this journey with us. So is a lot of people, all my supporters and everything. I'm always so grateful. And so with this episode, we wanted to start out with getting to know me. For those of you that don't follow me on social media, because I know not everybody has social media. So for those of you that don't know me, that don't follow me and don't follow my crazy life, um, that I do everything, right?
right.
I'm always doing something.
The absolute most of the time.
Yes, that is true. I do the most at times. But so this episode is for you guys to get to know me, and if you have any comments, any thoughts, leave them in the comment section. And if you're listening to it on YouTube, I got to remember that. If you're listening to it on YouTube, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, and let's get started. So
Yes.
Jazz, you're gonna be asking me questions. I kind of have an idea, but not completely know all the questions. So she's gonna be asking me, and I'll be answering, and we're just gonna chat.
All right. So I thought we could start off with like the basics. Like, what are your favorite things? Like color, your favorite music genre, movie genre, kind of like the whole thing. Um, so I was thinking we could start off with that. Um,
Okay.
so what is your favorite color?
Okay. So my favorite color, it has always been pink. I've always loved the color pink, even in my teen years, and I think even now, I do have certain things that are pink, but I want to say that I love black too. So my wardrobe is I would say very dark. Um so very dark with a pop of color here and there, but pink is my overall favorite color, and black, I guess.
Okay, okay, I appreciate that. You know, my favorite color is pink too. So I know you post some of your favorite music from time to time on your Instagram story. So who is your favorite artist? What are you listening to by them? Let me know.
Okay, so this is so hard because I don't have a favorite artist.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
well, I do and I don't. So,
Okay.
and I listen to a little bit. I wouldn't say a little bit of everything because there's just certain genre, or what is it, genres, right?
Yeah.
or there's just some that I don't listen to. I don't listen to country. I don't listen
Okay.
to like jazz or rock or I don't know. I don't listen
I
to the
appreciate I appreciate some of that, but like I feel you.
yeah. So like I'm just like I don't listen to that kind of music, but um to the music that I do like, I listen to a lot of Spanish music. So for those Hispanics or those that listen to Hispanic music, I listen to a lot of bachata, reggaeton,
Yes.
salsa, all kinds of things. Like I grew up listening to all kinds of music with my parents. So
Mhm.
I listen to it literally like it could be like these old songs from like the 40s. And
Oh wow.
and I bump to them because hey, I like them. But
Nothing wrong with that.
but when it comes to like English music, I listen to a lot of hip hop, rap.
Mhm.
Um yeah, R&B as well, pop and R&B. I like Rihanna. I like my all-time favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. I don't know why I've always liked his music.
Hey, he's one of
So,
the greatest,
yes, he is. That is correct. And I actually saw
you
him
can
in
respect
concert.
that. No way.
Yes, I
That's
did.
cool.
Yeah. Um I went and I saw him in concert and yeah, I think that I've always said he's one of my favorite art like rappers or artists,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
and this is the other thing about me. I'm always late to the game. Always.
Mm.
A song a song probably came out like or comes out like 3 years ago and I'm just now being like, "Oh my gosh, I love this song." And then I show it to like my brother or like a friend and they're like, that's been out for years." Like
See,
so
when I think of Lil Wayne, I think of like when I was in middle school, like his old stuff, So but it
yes.
still is good today. So if you did find it today, I think it would be okay.
Yes. Oh, I should know from the top of my head some of his like music when I was in high school and middle school too. But I don't know. I can't think.
That's all right. So, what are your favorite makeup brands or like favorite products from them as well, or either
My favorite makeup brand. Oh, I
or
don't
products or
or
favorite
product.
products? Yeah.
That's a great question. I don't have a favorite brand because there's so many that I still haven't tried.
Right.
And well, right now, so I'm gonna go based off of like the most products
Like
that I use.
right. Like what you're using right now that you're obsessed with, could have just gotten it like a week ago, but you love it, doesn't matter.
Yeah. I have to say Gerard Cosmetics because that's the most products or brand from products that I have from a brand that I use like like it like religiously. So like the Gerard Cosmetic highlighting palette. If you watch my videos, you know that that is my go-to palette. Um
Very true.
yeah, what else? I use their setting spray. I changed from the Urban Decay one to the Gerard Cosmetic one, so that has to be my go-to. And the Kiss Assist as well,
Okay.
the Mystified, and their lip products are just good, especially their Hydromats.
And you are an affiliate with them.
That is right. I am an affiliate. And I'm not saying those are my favorite products because I'm an affiliate, but I genuinely like these products. But yes,
Right.
I'm an affiliate. I have a discount code. I have affiliate link. So that will all be linked down below or somewhere in the description. If you want to know, it's Chat with Lou. That's my discount
Yes.
code. And I believe, see, I'm terrible at this. I believe we get 30% off, right, Jazz?
Right.
Yes.
30% off.
So does Jazz. Jazz, you have a discount code as well, right?
Yes, I do.
So give the audience your discount code as well.
Okay, mine is Glam Jasmine, and that's 30% off at checkout. And one of my favorite things of all time are their lip glosses. They're they're pretty bomb. I'm not even saying that because I am an affiliate with them. I tried them out during the process of becoming an affiliate, and I've been obsessed.
Yeah. You see, Jazz likes the lip glosses, and I'm more of a matte. So
Yes.
we're both a little different, but we both have discount codes. So we both have affiliate links. So, you know, if you want to save some coin and you also want to help the cause of our
Exactly.
channels and Instagrams and Twitters and everything, use the discount code.
And they're always linked in our bios, all the
Yes,
things.
always. All right. So, what is the next question? So, for everyone listening, while Jazz over there gets her shit together with the next question, so the reason why we decided to open the podcast with an introduction episode of myself and a little bit of more about Jazz too, is because I'm a very private person. I try to be very open. I am very open with certain topics, and but I am very private when it comes to more personal things. Jazz is also very aware of that because Jazz is my friend, and
Yes.
it's taken a little longer because I am, again, very guarded, very private. And so she told me that we should open up with people getting to know me a little bit more, so they're not like, who's this woman? So
Exactly.
this is the reason why we are doing this episode. If you guys have any questions that I didn't answer, or that you want Jazz to answer as well, if you have any questions for her, let us know and we'll answer those in in the upcoming episodes. We can have a little section of like the question of the day or something like that. What do you think, Jazz?
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. So if you want to be featured, leave the questions. You can always DM me either on Twitter or Instagram. I always answer. Also, the podcast can be found on Instagram at Chatting More with Lou.
Yes, give us a
And
follow.
yes, go ahead and follow us and DM us, and then we always respond.
Yes. Okay, so I thought we could go into a little bit about like maybe a funny dating experience you may have had, like maybe a bad first date, or like just something that has happened along your journey of, getting to know people, things like that. I always think that's interesting to learn like what people have gone through,
Yeah,
that type of thing.
definitely. Okay, that's a great question because first date. Okay, so okay, so it may sound weird at first, but I was talking to this guy, and the first day he took me to a baseball game.
Oh,
I
okay.
went to a baseball game. I am not a sports person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's like, "Oh, let's go on a date, blah blah blah." So we went. He had good seats. I didn't know anything about baseball. Like, I was just like, what am I doing here? This place is packed.
Yeah, they generally are. Oh my gosh. Generally
Generally
are.
are very
I
packed.
can't talk.
It's okay. um so it was very packed. He decided to buy himself food, and
And he didn't buy you any?
he
What?
didn't buy me food, and I was just like, and then we had to take a train. I believe it was like the light rail, and I was like, this is a worse. And it was like, here in Arizona in the middle of summer, it's like
Oh
120
my gosh.
degrees walking from like the light rail to the stadium, and I'm like, okay, this is a worst first date ever.
Oh my gosh. Wait, did you have to buy your own ticket too?
No,
Okay.
he got his own he got our tickets. I don't know how he got those tickets. I believe he didn't even pay for them, from what I remember. I believe he got them as like a gift or something like that.
That wow.
So at the end of the day, this was a very cheap date. So I don't have very
Yeah.
good experiences with dating, so I stay away from that.
I feel you. And if that was one of my first experiences, I would have been like, okay, I'm never doing that again. So I feel
Exactly.
you. I just can't believe he didn't even buy you food.
No, and I'm not the type of person to one. I'm not gonna eat a whole pig when I'm on a date for sure, and
Right.
then two, if I were, what if I was hungry? You know what I
That
mean?
is so inconsiderate.
It's like
Like, even,
I want some chicken tenders. I want a hot dog. Like,
right, give me some nachos. Like,
right, a beer
we could even,
maybe too.
yes, we could have even shared those. Like,
Right. But no, he sat there and like shoved it all down his throat instead of sharing.
I just can't get over that.
It's so
Like, he's
disrespectful.
like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna buy myself some." No,
Yeah.
that's disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
Did you ever talk to him after that?
No, I didn't.
Good.
I'm very good. This is it could okay, so this could be good or bad at times. I am very bad. I'm very good at uh disconnecting from people. And I know you probably know this too because I can disconnect real quick.
Yes.
I will literally stop automatic any communication with anybody if for just well first there's specific reasons with certain people and then other people it's just like you fall off and you don't really like communicate anymore, but I'm very good at that, so that could be bad and good in my situations.
Yeah, I do see where that could come in handy sometimes. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. Okay, so let's take it back to when we were in school. Were you were you considered like, I don't know, quote unquote, like popular? Like, or were you hanging out with a bunch of different types of people? Like, what was your general experience in school?
Oh my god, I hated high school. um because I wasn't popular. So I wasn't popular, but I was known. Like people knew who
Okay.
I was because of my brother. My brother
Oh,
my brother I lived in a very small town, so like everybody knew our family and
okay.
my cousins and everybody. So they all played sports besides
Mhm.
like three of us, three
Okay.
girls or three or four girls, and so everybody, my brother and I went to the same school. We're like back to back grades, so everybody, he played on like the varsity soccer team. I believe he was on the varsity football team as well. So everybody and his friends knew who I was, and friends of friends knew who I was, but I never hung out with any of the popular people. I wasn't that person because I was still trying to find myself, if that makes sense. I
That makes
was
total sense.
Yeah, so I was still trying to become comfortable in my skin. I've always been a bigger girl and I've been very public about that. Um I was at some point I was bullied, not really harshly, but I was bullied. I was made fun of and stuff, but I never really let that affect me. And then, but that did kind of slow down the process of having a good experience, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I had friends, they just weren't I had all kinds of friends. I hung out with friends that were I don't want to say special, but they were just people that the popular people wouldn't hang out with, if that makes
I
sense.
got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had all kinds of friends. I had friends that were in different cliques. It could be like
Mhm.
I had a very diverse uh friend group, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. I was the same way. I never liked to just like be around like the same type of people. So yeah, I that totally makes sense.
Yeah, so I was just I was most of the time I was alone because I really, so high school for me wasn't like a terrible experience. It's a very much of a blur for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so
I feel like that's the way it is for like most people. And like, you see on TV and like movies this like, grandiose idea of like what high school will actually be like, and you hope that it's going to be like that. But it is TV,
exactly.
and it always doesn't work out that way. So,
Yeah,
yeah, which is
it's
unfortunate.
exactly, it's never like the actual movies. In
Yeah.
other words.
Like, I wanted my school to be like High School Musical, and, like, yeah, that's wasn't that's
Right,
just not how it
exactly.
was.
I'm like, "Wait a minute, why isn't my school like that?"
Right? Oh, man, I would've lived if I, like, went to, like, a performing arts school or, like, something like that. I would've just, like, lived my best life. But anyways, um, did you, like, join any clubs or anything, like, extracurricular in school?
Um, wow. Let's see. No, no, I really never did. I I just never really was interested in any of that. I know that the last I either my senior year, my junior year, I did join I believe is what they call it in my school, Key Club, which it was like more of like um you volunteer for things.
Yes, I was in Key Club too,
Yeah, I
my
was
senior year.
Yeah, so I was in that for I think a semester, I believe. And that was my senior year because I had failed terribly. I almost failed one year. So I
Oh,
had to
no.
yeah, I slacked a lot. I wasn't a good student at all. Um
Mm,
so I had to make all of those credits up and all of those classes, but then I ended
yeah.
up by the time I got to my senior year, I already had all my credits. So I was
Yeah,
ahead.
same.
So I had to figure out something to do with my life for that year. So I had to
Yes.
join these things and I had to go do like community service and stuff like that. I remember I got to do the community service for Disney on Ice.
Oh,
I remember I was in the dressing room with the little kids ballerinas or whatever, when
yeah.
they switched into their costumes. I was
Okay.
I was the one helping them. Uh,
Aw.
yeah. I briefly remember that. That came back when I heard on the radio the other day that, "Oh, you can win tickets for Disney on Ice." I was
I've
like,
always wanted to go.
it's really nice, I gotta admit. I'm not a huge Disney fan because I don't
Oh,
watch
I
TV.
live for Disney.
I
Like,
know, and everybody and their mom live for Disney, so, it's a beautiful thing for sure. I don't know how it is here in Arizona because
uh-huh.
I saw it in Alaska, but, um, it's very cute, very nice.
Yeah, Disney, I'm just quick rant.
You're
Disney
She's
is everything.
obsessed. She's obsessed.
I literally, like, we've been on a Disney cruise. I'm telling you, best thing ever. Like,
I
10
bet.
out of 10, recommend. Like, it's
I
not even,
I wanna go on a cruise, and my family seems to not wanna go on a cruise.
oh, girl. Okay, we're gonna have to talk after this because I
We need to
totally
make
recommend.
plans.
Yes. And, like, but anyways, off topic. Because I could go on forever talking about that.
Oh, of
But
course.
because like I'm honestly, it's such a good deal, and like the entertainment there is out of this world, and it's a experience that you can't get anywhere else. I'm just saying. But
I've seen like, commercials and stuff, and
mhm,
I'm just like, "That looks so cool."
I'm telling you, it's exactly like the commercials. Because there are some things that you see an advertisement for, and it just looks so cool, but it never lives up to the hype. I'm telling you, this, I, it was. it was like one of the best things ever. Like,
Yeah, that's what I've heard about those cruises. I've been
cause
wanting to
like,
go on one, but like my family is one, you know, these people are so exaggerated. They're like,
mhm.
"Well, you saw this you know, this ship go under, or what was it that it drowned
Oh
or it
yeah.
sunk or whatever." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, but is that really going to happen?" Like,
That really only happens like it's, a freak thing. It's
yeah,
not like all the
exactly.
time. But
But that sounds very, very fun. Even though I'm not a Disney person,
yeah.
because but it sounds super fun. I've seen it and I'm like, I want to do that
And like
someday
I think
before I
too,
die.
right.
So coming full circle back, uh, we were talking about, what were we talking about? My dream
School.
vacation.
Well, no. Okay, yeah. We you did mention that, and then I was like, "Oh yeah,
Oh
Disney is
yeah. Then you went off.
Disney." Yeah.
So and everybody, this is our conversation. Like, this is just how we are. And
Yeah.
I've always wanted it to be just a general conversation, and even if we go on little rants, because that's just who we are.
How long was that rant? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, just about.
Oh my gosh.
It's
But
okay. It's
like
okay.
I no regrets. I fully stand by it.
Hey, live your best life talking about
Okay.
the Disney cruise, okay?
Right. Just trying to tell you guys what's up. Anyways, yeah, so going on from like, your school experience and all of that, have you so like what are some of your like um maybe funny, embarrassing moments that have happened like along the way, as growing up,
Oh Lord.
because I
Uh
know, because we all have them. Like no
yes.
one's perfect. Believe me,
Listen.
even the thing that people that you think aren't embarrassing, they probably had something happen to them.
Yes, definitely. I am so if you meet me, once you meet me, Jazz, you don't count. Once you meet me, maybe you experienced this when you met me. Once you meet me, I am very kind of like aware of my surroundings. I
Mhm.
analyze a lot, and I kind of like you can tell, I at least I feel like you can tell when that I'm very cautious of where I'm
Oh yeah.
at all
Mhm.
times.
I did
But
kind of notice that.
yeah, that's just me. Like, I observe a lot and I analyze, and I'm very aware of my surroundings because
Mhm.
I'm always prepared. I don't know for what, but I'm always prepared.
Hey, that's good.
And so with that, I sometimes I overanalyze and over prepare, or over I don't know, like over guarded, I guess, that I become
Mhm.
clumsy.
Oh.
So I'll trip over the flat floor for some reason. I don't know. The flat floor trips me. Um, I literally, and oh my god, I was in my Spanish class in high school, and
Oh
I
no.
tripped over a leg chair, whatever,
Uh-huh.
and literally there was like little to no space between the desk, the chair, and the wall.
Ooh.
And I was passing right behind. A good thing they were my friends, but I was passing right behind them, and I tripped, and I fell, and I came back up just like the movies, and everybody busted out laughing.
Oh no.
Yeah. Even my brother was in that class. I remember it, and everybody remembers that ever since
Oh.
then. I was so embarrassed because
Oh
not only am
no.
I the type of person that is very aware of my surroundings, I am very shy and
Yes.
I hate the spotlight. Like, it's just like, I don't know, I just don't like it on me.
Yeah, I
And
feel you.
it literally terrifies me when the spotlight is on me. And I
Oh
think a lot of
no.
people don't know that, and that's why when they meet me, I'm very, very, very shy.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that like, you know, you have like a YouTube channel and an Instagram and now a podcast, and like you're like you like to keep things to yourself and stuff like that, and and this kind of like forces you to like break out
Exactly.
of that. So that's
Exactly.
cool.
Like being even now, like, yes, I'm a lot more confident in being and putting myself out there, but I still struggle with like being so self-conscious of myself and not
Yeah.
wanting the spotlight. So, I have supporters, and even though I always say, I hate saying that I'm an influencer,
Right.
and I it just when I see people comment and when I see people join my lives or when I see people interact with me and
Mhm.
somebody tells me like, "Oh, I bought this because you recommended it and you kept talking about it." Like those things still to this day, I'm just like, "Oh, like
I know,
I
but
become like this little girl that just does not want to like I appreciate it, like it means the world,
yeah.
but then at the same time it's like I don't want that spotlight. Like
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Oh man.
And that's why I could never like oh and the one of the most embarrassing things, and I think till this day it's probably still gonna be one of my most embarrassing, and I don't think it's I do think it's embarrassing is that when I present in front of the class,
Mhm.
somehow I start stuttering. I forget what I'm
Oh
saying.
no.
I lose I lose my voice. And even though I've rehearsed it, I memorized it, I know what I'm supposed to say, it's like everything just flies out of my mind.
Oh man. Yeah,
And
that's
it
happened to me
terrifies
before.
me.
Like I had a presentation to do in one of my classes a few years ago. This is in college, and I totally blanked. Like, cause we weren't supposed to like read off of our slides or anything,
Yeah.
and I I froze. I literally that has never happened to me before. Like I will be nervous, but like I had never like stumbled so much in this presentation, and like that was it was really embarrassing because like I was the last one to go, and just like and everyone was like staring at me, and because like most of the time when you're doing a presentation, like people are like doing their own thing, they're not really paying like close attention.
Yeah.
But no, we it was part of our grade to like actually take notes
Yeah.
on what the people were saying, and like and then ask them questions afterwards, and like actually use their presentation to learn like the topic that we were talking about and
Yeah.
everything. So it was a hot mess, and like
I
that was
I'm telling you, and I think that's where I get the fact that I don't like the attention on me.
yeah.
And I can't. It terrifies me. But with that terrifying me, I've always wanted to like help teenagers or like kind of
Mhm.
I wouldn't say be a motivational speaker because I still have
Yeah.
a long life to live, but I feel
Right.
like sharing my experiences and helping the like some of the youth that needs a lot of help,
Right.
that's struggling in life, that may need like somebody to talk to and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the podcast and with well, like starting the podcast and like having my YouTube channel and having all these like all these different outlets, in some way I could end up helping somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's, you know, y- the point of it. You know what I mean? I think that that's always that should always be the goal, you know, like being an influencer, quote unquote, it should be more than just like the amount of likes and retweets or things that you can get for yourself,
Exactly.
but that's just me, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like to me, yes, the number gets bigger and bigger, but like at the end of the day, at least like you said, for me, personally, what satisfies me and what makes like helps me keep going is the support that I get from those supporters. I can like, and I've said it publicly. I've said, a number's a number, but no matter how small or big my support system is, I still love everybody the same. And if I can impact somebody's life and they can impact my life in some way, I am so for that.
Exactly. And I think that people who think like that are, will actually, you know, have more of a longevity because people like people that are genuine and authentic and like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like relatable,
Mhm.
in other words.
Yeah, well, not the fake relatable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, no. Like the normal relatable, like we
Yeah,
struggle every day. That kind
yes.
of, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
actually,
Yeah,
you know?
for real. But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's kind of like my most embarrassing moments. But I
Oh,
have
okay.
so many, so many.
Yeah, we could literally go on and on about
Yeah,
that.
we'll be here all day.
Oh, man. Um, I have one embarrassing moment that I always think about, but I think I'll say I guess I'll save that. I won't go into that because we can move on. But so I know personally that you have um had a job for a a very long time. You've been working since you were a teenager. So is there any like crazy stories or cool experiences that you've had, working or anything like that?
Oh wow. I've worked since I was a teenager. I've had different types of jobs and I've worked customer service. That's all my experience. And
Okay.
in different types of fields.
Mhm.
And I don't experience it. I have so many experiences um I don't know, like it's like good experiences, bad experiences, or just like things in
Just
general.
anything, like, you know, any crazy people, or just like good things you've learned um or even bad things like
Yeah.
that people don't really tell you about before you start working, at
Yeah.
different places.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so the one thing I always tell people, and they never tell you this when you're a teenager or whenever you start your workforce career,
Mhm.
is what is that you're going to run into a lot of difficulties. You're gonna, especially in the customer service, I guess department or
Mhm.
part of my experience, is you have to learn. Customer service is all about people. You have to learn how it's not about you. It's not about how you feel, because at depending in your job or the career that you're in, it's about either the patient, the member, the flyer, or whatever it is that it is. And you have to understand that you're there for to help those people. You're
Mhm.
there for them. And um you have to learn empathy, sympathy, and how to not take things personal.
Ooh.
I That is a huge one. And I
Retweet.
Yes. how to not take things personal. And that goes into your life as well, into your
Mhm.
personal life, your anything. Do not take things personal, because when I tell you I've been cussed out, I've been chewed out, I've been told how I'm going to die at some point. I've been
Oh my
told
gosh.
I've been told so many things, and I'm only 25 years old, and I've been told this by people my age, people older, people younger, and I had to learn how to have a thick skin when I tell you that. So,
Mhm.
I guess my general advice from all my experiences, learn how to not take things personal. There's a difference between um like there's a difference between putting somebody in their place professionally and being disrespectful. So, um that's my biggest advice, is learn how to have a thick skin. At the end of the day, people are just reflecting their feelings. They're going through stuff, and they just need somebody to just vent to, and
Mm.
they won't even remember what they said to you. So,
Yeah.
and also learn that there is so many entitled people out there,
Oh my goodness.
so many, that, and those are the same people that are going to be disrespectful to you. But remember, at the end of the day, you get to go home to your family,
Yeah.
or whoever it is that you go home to.
Yeah.
So just learn how to not take things so personal.
Yeah. And it that really like resonated with me because when I started working at um you know retail, there were so many times when people like hurt my feelings because
Yes.
like cuz it was one of my things I had to do was to ask people, when they came in, did they need anything, and and greet them. But
Yeah.
like some of the people like looked at me like I had dirt on my face, or like
Yeah,
you know
like you're an inconvenience to them.
yeah, and like I got so many dirty looks. I got, and things like that. And like the reason why I asked this question was because it I remember I worked Black Friday for the first time, and this lady um comes. First of all, it was crazy in the store. Like I had never seen anything like this in my entire life. You see it on TV and
Oh
stuff,
my
and
god, I can only imagine.
yeah, and literally there was a stampede in the store. Like I will never forget that. Like literally the floor was moving. Like we were upstairs and like the floor was shaking because people were running in
Oh my gosh.
to the store. It was crazy. But this lady comes up to me, um, like I think halfway through my shift, and she was mad because we didn't have something that she wanted, and the lines were really long and everything like that. And she's like, "This is why you guys are gonna go out of business," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Listen,
So
lady, I
so
only work."
she was pulling a Karen.
Oh, yeah, she's literally a oh my gosh, no, she literally is.
Yes. She's pulling
Oh,
a Karen.
yes. Oh my goodness. That wasn't even a thing back then,
I know it sure is a thing now.
but she was totally a Karen. Oh no.
Oh my god, like I cannot with the Karens. Mm-mm.
No, so yeah, that's why I asked because oh man, like just the things people
I know.
do is just crazy. 2 years ago, working around Christmas time, um, the store I worked at got buy online, pick up in store. And this girl comes up to me. She's like, "I have a package to be picked up," and I'm like, "Okay, great." I'll go get it for you. Like, what's your name? Blah blah blah. So I go get it, and I hand her package, and I'm like, okay, have a good day. And she's like, you're not gonna wrap it for me? And I literally thought she was joking, and I was like, and she's looking at me dead serious, and I was like, oh no, we don't do that. Like, I
No,
literally
ma'am, we do not do
no. Because when you order something, it comes in like, a box. So I took it out of the box, and I put it into the regular store bag for her. And, I make it all nice. I fold up her stuff, and I hand it to her, and I'm like, okay, there you go. And she's like, oh, you're not going to wrap it? Like, no, that's not my job. We don't offer that. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
This isn't that type of mall. This isn't that type of store.
Right.
Like,
No.
if you want that, you go to a bougie store or something like that. Like, not
You go to a store where you actually pay for that paper.
yeah, because like literally, it's free to get it shipped to the store and everything. Like, you don't pay
Yeah.
any extra. So, and
Yeah.
we don't get paid anymore for doing any of like getting your order either. So,
Right. Well, okay, so in those, oh my God, I have so many stories about people being mean to me. I swear. But the good thing, okay, so you said feelings, and trust me, feelings get hurt so easily. And that's
yeah.
why I say that at the end of the day, like, it's not about you, it's about
Hmm.
them and what they're projecting. But that's why I say you have to have some thick skin.
Yeah.
And like, at least for me, because I do work in the medical field, I there is there's not always bad. I work helping people with cancer, so I have to take my feelings out of it because I cannot let that affect me.
Right.
I hear people's stories every day, like my husband is dying, or my wife is dying, or my daughter, or my son, and that breaks my heart. But I have to take those feelings out, and I'm pretty good at taking my feelings out of everything. So um but we also have we have more good than bad, and I think that we always have to shine, let the good and the positivity shine over the bad and the negativity, because I have patients that will tell me, like, they will cry and say, thank you so much, you don't know how this means what this means to me. And it just makes you love what you do, if that makes sense. So there's so many things that go into, starting your career, and having a starting your jobs, and having all these experiences. And I'm just going off a rant, but I always want to, like, tell people, like, every experience, every situation, everything you're put into is for a reason. Either it's people to either the situation is something that's going to help you learn or teach you something, or you're there to help and teach the situation or the people involved something. So just know that everything happens for a reason. And yeah, you're going to go through shit in general with jobs. So that's my take on my job experiences, good, bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, um, with that, Jazz, what is the next question we have going on?
So I thought we could go into like a little rapid fire thing about like some of like your first times doing blank, you know. So like maybe a first concert or first time like driving, like um your first job, like how that went, like, anything about any of those things, anything you want to say,
Okay.
or yeah.
Okay, so my first job, very interesting tea right here. My first job was a program aide for an after school program, if that makes sense.
Okay, yes, it does.
For an elementary school, I believe. And it's with Campfire. Do you know what Campfire is?
No, I do not.
Okay, so it is a nation. Well, it was a national thing. I don't know if it is now, but it's all over the U.S. It's
Okay.
just like it's a company that provides after school programs for kids. So I worked there after I got out of school. So I worked there from like I believe 3:30 to like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Uh, and that is funny because, as you know, and some people know, I don't want children myself. So, um, that was very interesting. I think that helped me decide that I really didn't want children. Bless everybody. I admire single moms, single dads, parents in general.
Right.
You guys are, if you're a parent, you're killing it at it. Keep going, but that's just not something I want. You know what
Yeah.
I
No, I
mean?
feel you.
So that was my first job, believe it or not. And a lot of people don't believe me. If they meet me
Yeah.
now, they don't believe me that that was my first job.
One, like you're not a kid person,
True.
like so like that's
Kind of makes
something in
sense
of
why
it,
people
yeah,
don't believe.
of in itself. But
And my first concert, I believe it was Romeo Santos. That was my first concert.
ooh,
That's like the love of my life. He just Loki doesn't know.
oh, okay, we'll have to hook that up. You know,
I wish.
like if you're listening, no, I'm just kidding.
Sir, if you're listening, just hit my DMs. We're good.
Yeah, just slide through.
I'll be good with a hi. Um,
With the smiley face emoji.
right. Um, my first like driving experience. I'm a terrible. See, I'm not a terrible driver, but I always say I am. But I don't know. I like to get where I need to go from point A and B quick. So I guess I
Mhm.
like speeding a lot. And
We've talked on the phone while you've been driving, and it scares me so much. I'm like, what is going
oh my
on?
god, I gotta tell you. Yesterday I was on the phone talking with this lady about something, and I on my way home from work, it's traffic. Like it's hardcore traffic everywhere you turn. So I was on the phone with her, and somehow I she was talking and I wasn't listening, and I was so focused on cussing this other car out that she was talking, and I was like, "What the?" I was about to like say the F word and the B word, and
Oh, I can only
then
imagine.
like I caught myself halfway, and she's like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I am so sorry." I was like, I am so sorry. I forgot that I was on the phone with you."
Oh
And
no.
she just started laughing at me. She's like, "I'm so sorry." I kept saying, "I'm so sorry. I'm driving and this other person, and I was about to curse them out, but I forgot that I was on the phone." And she was so cool. She's like laughing at me. And then she's like, "I totally understand." She's like, if you're driving right now, you must be in traffic. So I understand.
Yeah.
So I have the worst road rage ever. I have no patience for people going hella slow. Um, it's like, come on. I'm sure you got somewhere to be. I got somewhere to be. Let's all get to where we need to be.
Yeah, exactly. Like stay out of each other's way. Like let's get
Right.
there.
So
Totally agree.
I know my family says, how did you get your license? I say, I don't know.
So Okay, I don't think I ever told you this, but, like, one of my first times driving on the freeway, it was raining, like, pouring down raining.
The
Um,
worst.
it was like, almost pitch black, dark. This was in the middle of the day, and it just starts pouring, like, out of nowhere. It was raining so hard. I was terrified. I could not see a thing, and I was in driving school, so I couldn't just, like, not do it, because I wasn't gonna get my permit, like, if I didn't complete these classes.
Yeah.
And my parents had paid all this money, and yeah. So I was terrified, but I had a companion, because we were doing our lessons together, drive together, and we would switch off, like being the passenger and being the driver with the instructor in the car sitting next to us. You know,
Uh-oh, okay, yeah. See,
yeah.
I don't know because I never took driving school.
Well, okay, so so my parents, they they didn't want to be involved in that. Is there anything that is there anything that someone may not know about you um just by looking at your social media, like, or something that people may get the wrong idea about, something that may have been misconstrued about you just by looking at you or anything like that?
I don't know, to be honest. I think a lot of people get my age wrong.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people get my age wrong, and I don't blame them. It's just I always say I have an old soul, and
Yeah.
so I guess people don't. Oh, and then the other thing is like people don't realize that I'm a very chill person.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm very low key, and
Yeah. You
and you
really
can
are.
testify. Like
Yeah, I'm like, "What do you wanna do? Do you wanna do this? Do you" like, "It's whatever." Like, I'm like, "No, I wanna have things planned. Like, come on.
yeah, and
Like,
I'm not
just
a
tell
planner either.
like,
I'm not a planner.
like, give me a general idea." You're like, We can do whatever." I'm like, "No, what do you want to do?" Like,
Yeah, see,
that was so frustrating.
I bet. I'm so sorry. I'm not a planner when it comes to things like that. I'm very chill. People get that. I think a lot of people, like, if you don't know me, you might think because I'm constantly doing something sometimes, and it seems like I'm not, but I am. Um, and yeah, like people don't realize that I'm very chill and that my age, like people get my age wrong. And I mean, I don't mind it, I don't really care. But I believe like maybe I'm thinking maybe something that people don't know about me. I don't know. I always think it's people don't realize how chill I am.
Okay, that's a good one. Cause
Yeah.
yeah. Cause sometimes you can't really get that from, like, a picture, or, like, you may get that through, like, some of your videos, but, like,
Yeah.
if you don't watch, like, all of them, and, like, you know, even your lives, you're so chill during that, but, like, sometimes when there's certain videos when you may be a little bit more serious,
Yeah.
or things like that, so, yeah, I get that.
I'm not very hyper. Um and then I love to sleep.
Oh,
I love to
ye
sleep if nobody
oh
knows
my
that.
goodness, yeah,
I do take
sh
naps.
she's the nap queen, or she used
Yes.
to be.
Well,
She has
I have
taken
my
as many
phases,
naps.
yeah. I'll go, like, weeks where I have to sleep, and it's only the only reason I take naps is because I don't go to sleep. I don't get enough sleep during the night because I do most of my stuff at night. Because during the
Yes.
day, I work, so I don't really get much sleep sometimes. So,
Yeah.
I love to sleep, what else?
Like, has anyone ever told you, like, oh, you're so much different than I thought you would be, now that I've gotten to know you, or like when I first met you, you were,
Oh, yes, how short
yeah.
I am. How short.
We are shorties.
Yes, like, and like people don't, that is something so common because I tell people, I'm very honest. I'm like, I'm a very short person. And people are like, nah, it is what it is, you know? And then when people meet me,
They're like, oh my
they're
gosh,
like,
you're
damn, you
really
are
short.
short. Like you were not
Yeah.
lying. I was like, yeah, I was not lying. I'm pretty short. And it's so funny to see the reaction. And well, recently, I went to Houston and I was amazed with the people that like talked about me, like on
Mhm.
their platforms and stuff. I was very grateful. Um,
Yeah.
they said that I give them a calm and comfortable and like no, yeah, like calm, comfort and chill vibes
Yes.
just being around me. And I honestly, like, I didn't even know that. I was just like, wait, what? Really? Because one, like, I'm very shy. I'm very closed, so it's really hard to open up to people, especially when I'm
Yes.
in a room full of people that I don't know.
Yes.
And and it's not because I don't like them or anything. It's just really hard for me to like open up. I don't want to like see. I don't want to come off as like a bitch, and I also don't want to come off as like somebody that won't talk to people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I'm
Um,
also very shy because I don't want to intrude in at people's conversations. I don't know
right.
how to start a conversation without like seeming. I don't know. I guess I you can't please everybody, but then I don't also don't want to give like the wrong vibe.
Right.
So I kind of
Um,
just stay silent to myself.
Ex no, I totally get it. So, for those of you who may not know, we recently met each other for the first time, this year,
Yes.
after talking to each other like over DMs and text, and I would completely agree with like what those people say about you, and like and what you said about yourself, because like when I met her at the airport, I was like, okay, I don't know, like what do I do? Like I don't know if like do I hug her? Do I not? Like I don't know if she's like a person that does that. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, that's the
Like
other thing. I'm not a hugger. I'm not very affectionate.
I was like, and then
Very
like
awkward.
and then I was so excited to see you, and then I was like, but maybe I should be chill, but I have no chill. Um,
That's true. That's very true.
and so I was like, woo, and then you're like,
I was just like, hi, hey.
yes. So, yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, I know. I could be very awkward at times because I'm just like I'm not a hugger, but I know a lot of people are, and I will like hug people if they are coming in for a hug. I'm not be like, "Ee," you know?
Yeah, like don't hug me.
Exactly. So I that's the other thing. People don't know that I'm not very,
Affectionate.
yeah, affectionate. Like I'm very, everyone keep their hands to themselves. And and the other thing is like I have a dry sense of humor.
Oh, yes, but see
Yes,
that works with me because, like, I can be sarcastic too, and, like,
exactly.
I appreciate a good, like, dry humor joke.
Yeah,
So
and I never take anything serious ever.
oh, yeah.
Like and that's the thing. If I'm most likely like being sarcastic or like making a joke, like don't ever take it serious because I'm really half the time messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. And that's what a lot of people I guess don't get from me online and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So we are going to go ahead and move towards closing this episode. We are going to touch on some things more about Jazz and I and how how our friendship came about and how her and I get along and how we complement each other as friends. And yeah, we're gonna have Jazz start that.
So we met through being an affiliate with Draw Cosmetics. You know, uh, last year around, I want to say September or
Yeah,
October, around that time. And Lou was one of the first people that I ever spoke to in the group of affiliates. And I don't know, we just like instantly clicked. Like she was commenting in a live that someone else was doing in the group, and we were the only ones that were in there, so we were talking to each other. And I just knew, like, I don't know, this person seems, really cool. And then I think you went live as well, and then I joined, and
yeah.
then, or something like that.
I believe you were like my first watcher.
Yeah, and so
You were.
I, um, and then, so I was like, oh, she seems really cool. And and then from there, we were commenting like back and forth to each other in, like, I guess in the group, like through lives and things like that. And then you know we started following each other on Instagram from that, and then from that we started messaging each other on Instagram. And then, like, I don't know, it was just like it happened so fast, like
Yeah, it did
it,
happen very fast. And then the rest is history.
it really is, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
you remember more than I do, to be honest.
oh, really?
Yeah, because I remember the lives because I remember you were always in one and I was always in them. And then
Yeah.
you were my first viewer and I
Mhm.
remember saying, "Hey, I've seen you before." So and then, I guess we became friends and then we acquire a third person into our group and
Yes.
we have to name her or else, she'll come for us.
Oh,
Yeah,
heaven forbid.
I
We
know.
don't talk about her. We don't give her 15 minutes of fame.
Right, right.
Her
So
honorable mention.
right. So you guys may be wondering who is this person that these girls are talking about? Well, it's the one and only. She does the absolute most, and she knows that I tell her that all the time that she's always doing the absolute most. So we got to do the absolute most for her and her introduction.
Oh,
She
yes.
is not here today with us, but she will be joining us in future episodes that
Right.
us three will do. So and she'll also be joining me and then she'll be coming in and out just as well as Jazz does.
Yeah.
Her name is Marlo Keenan.
AKA Marlo G.
She aka Marlo G. And let me do this right, Jazz. Um
Okay. Here we
because
go.
she came for me. She said that I don't ever shout her out.
Oh,
And
so we
yeah,
gotta
we
do it
gotta tell
right.
her. Okay, so you can find Marlo Keenan at Marlo Keenan. I'm assuming it's on Instagram.
Yes.
Keenan Marlo on Twitter.
Right.
And she's Marlo Keenan on YouTube.
Correct.
And I believe she's Marlo Keenan on Facebook if you use Facebook.
Yes.
So
She is Marlo Keenan on Facebook as well. She
yes.
does have a page.
So go ahead and go subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. Go and tell her that we sent you. No matter if you're listening to this when it goes live or 3 months later, week, a year, whenever it is, go look for her. Um, she
Yes.
is the third part of our
Of
group.
our friendship. And I honestly, I think that without Marlo, it would be a little bit different. Like,
Yes.
even though we do have our own separate relationship from her, you know, um, we all did like bond to each other, and we do have something pretty special, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We are, we range in age, and everything, but it works, and we crack on each other, and things like that. But then at the end of the day, like, we're friends,
Yeah.
and
And we complement each other very well. Um,
yes,
we all have something that we bring to the table as friends, and
yes,
not necessarily materialistic things. It's
right.
Marlo, she brings her wisdom.
Mhm.
She does act like our mom sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Well, she tries it.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
she tries
sometimes we
it.
don't always let her.
Right. Jazz is very knowledgeable when it comes to online stuff, and so many other things that if I ever need help, I'm like, Jazz, I need your help.
And if I don't know it, we'll figure it out together.
Exactly. So it's a friendship and it's a bond that I truly love, and I agree with Jazz. It's something special.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, um, I'm more sensitive than
Yes.
than you guys at certain things, and but we've worked through that, and
Yeah.
like, but I appreciate like all of your jokes, and things like that, and even when you guys are are.
we're busting your chops.
Yes, I even told my mom. Cause okay, so I recently got new glasses, because and I was like, I'm gonna tell them I finally got my new glasses, because I was like, they talked about me so badly one time about my glasses, and I was like, look, I know they're bad, I don't want to wear them, but my other one's broke, and I haven't gone to the eye doctor yet, so just chill. And
Yeah,
so I
we
was like,
came for her, that's for
and
sure.
they came for me. And I was like, listen, I got my glasses so you guys can't say anything anymore.
Yeah, it was so funny.
But so even my mom was like, dang, even they talk. Because my mom was like, she told me, "Are those things in the trash yet? Like, please don't ever wear those again." And I
Oh
was
my
like,
god, even the mom came for you. Oh my
yes.
god.
And then I told her that you guys said that that you guys said that as well, and she was like, "Dang, even even they said that." And I was like, "Yes, they made fun of me."
Hey, but that's what true friends do, okay?
Yes.
True friends come for you when you least expect it.
Yeah, and I was like, "No, they were me." I told my mom, I was like, "Yeah, they were a little bit even mean about that." No, she was like, "They were just being honest." Like,
It's
and
honesty. It's all honesty.
I was like, "Well, dang, like, tell me how you really feel." I mean,
Right. She's like, "Are you sure you want me to do it?" I know.
oh my
Because
goodness.
and like you said, you're one of the most sensitive ones out of the three of us. I believe it
Yeah.
goes you, Marlo, then me. Uh,
Yeah. But we're
I'm
all
more.
sensitive about different things, even
Yes,
though
that's true.
Marlo tried to trick me and
Oh
think that
yeah,
she
it
was
messes with
upset
her. Yeah,
about something I said that I thought offended her, and I about lost my mind.
yeah. So
I was
with
like,
Jazz, the thing is with Jazz, she has such a kind heart, super kind,
"Aw."
and she is such a kind heart that she wears her feelings on her sleeve. So
True. I
so
can't hide it.
yes, no, she can't hide it. Um, what I love about you and something that I lack a lot, I'm working on it, is that you want to see the best in people. You see the best in people, but you're also not dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it comes to people. And I love that about you because I can go to Jazz and be like, you know what, Jazz, I'm not feeling X, Y, and Z, you know? And then she'll be like, well, she tries to tell me to see the good in certain people.
Yeah,
And
I always try and like put myself in like someone else's shoes, or
yes.
like be like, well, they may not have meant that, or
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know, so you
And
got to
be
give
on
people the benefit of the doubt.
yes.
you know.
And I've learned that on, this difficult journey of my life.
Yeah, because
But again, I'm still very understanding. I'm just very, skeptical about
yeah.
a lot of things.
And
So
which
I
is
have
which
doubts
yeah.
about a lot of things. So um we all have a huge heart. Marlo does too.
Oh yeah.
Huge heart, and she wears hers on her sleeve too.
Yeah, she will give you anything you need. She'll be there for you, you know.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. So we have an amazing friendship, and that's why, why not have you as my co-host when we get along so well,
Yeah. Honestly, like, cause I think back of like some of our conversations, and like it does make for like good like topics, and like things that other people may be thinking the exact same thing, so like why not, do
Exactly.
put it out there for other people to hear. And
Exactly.
like,
And this is the other thing. Some episodes are not going to be, something you want to listen to, and that's completely okay. um
yeah.
because at the end of the day, we're just going to be our true selves, and that's the point of this podcast, is to
Yeah.
just be ourselves and express our opinions, and our experiences in life and everything. And like I said, I've said it on my Twitter. I said my goal is to have people that inspire you, and that inspire me, that can inspire people listening, and listen to their stories and take something from that, motivate, and just have fun in general. Some
Hmm.
things are just not that deep.
It's not that.
They're just not that deep.
Oh my
and
goodness.
and I think that's why I said, some episodes Jazz and I will just be ranting about something, and you guys are gonna be like, wait, didn't we start talking about one thing and now we're talking? It's just gonna be
Hence
like that,
why I
people.
went on like a
Okay.
15-minute rant about Disney being like the
Yeah,
best.
like, really, Disney? But hey, that's just who we are. And I
Yeah.
might go on a rant about something too, because I go on rants too, and then
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I need to,
I'm like,
tone
bring
it,
it back,
bring it back, bring
yeah,
it back.
bring it back.
But I think our friendship is great, and 2020 is around the corner,
Oh
and I
gosh.
just want more experiences with both of you, and
Yeah.
I wish the best and our friendship just to get stronger. And I
Yeah.
can already hear Marlo messaging us saying, "Oh my god!"
Oh yes, I can see it
That's the
now.
other thing. I'm not a very emotional person when it comes to
Oh
certain things.
yeah. So like Marlo will be like, I love you, blah blah blah, and then I'll be like, oh, I love you too, Marlo, and or if I don't say it right away, she's like, and Lou isn't gonna say it, she'll be like, say I love you back.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Come on, say it."
Yeah,
I-
she's like, you didn't tell me that you love me.
I'll just say, "Me too."
No, but I genuinely. So I know, like, when, Lou says something, really nice, that, she actually means it. She's not just saying it to say it,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and,
that's true. That see, and that's something I like about me, I guess, as
hmm
selfish as that sounds. Um, when I say something, I truly mean it. When
hmm
especially when it's like Well, when I say anything, I truly mean it. But sometimes, I joke around a lot. But when it's something like
Mm,
you say, nice and kind, because I'm
yeah.
not, or something emotional or something like that,
Mhm.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart, because that's
Yeah.
not an expression. Like, I don't express myself like that all the time.
Yeah.
So, um, and I guess that's something people don't might not know about me. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Um, yeah, I did. I had a friend, um, a long time ago that was like, you know, um, you shouldn't like tell your friends that you love them like that. And everything like so, so quickly and like, and things like that. But like, I don't know. Like for me, if like we're having, you know, like all these experiences with each other and you've been there for me, I've been there for you, you know, um, and I can tell you're my friend,
yeah.
I do feel that way, and I don't feel bad for, for saying that because it's the truth. We may not always, the friendship may like I'm not talking about ours because I
Hmm.
feel like we're gonna be friends forever, but like we're gonna be like old and
Yeah.
decrepit, like Marlo said, and we're gonna have to be taking care of each other.
Right.
Oh yeah, because Marlo has this whole plan that, since she can't
Since
hear
she's
well,
older.
yeah, since she's older, we're gonna be taking care of her, and then you know, Lou can't see very well, she can't hear very well, and so they're gonna help each other out with that, and then I'm there to like take care of them, you know.
Right.
the rest the rest of it they're gonna help each other out hearing and seeing. then you know,
Yeah.
then I help them. I help them out and and
But
everything.
I mean, see, that's different though, because friendships is different, because you could be friends with someone for 10 years and that person that you thought was your friend was really never your friend.
Oh,
You
I
know?
have someone exactly like that. It's
So
like,
so like, I've been friends with you guys for a year, and I truly do believe you guys are my friends.
yeah,
And
and honestly, it feels like it's been longer than that.
I know,
Like,
crazy. Too long, cancel.
well, fine,
Right.
goodbye. No.
But yeah, it's that's a whole different story. We'll have to talk about friendships in a podcast too.
Oh yeah, because I have a lot to say about that because we've gone through our even just in the year that we've been friends, we've had some people that have come in and out of people
Yeah,
that we've talked to and things like that. And
exactly. But so, with that being said, guys, thank you for holding on in there with all our rants, our questions, and stuff, and our answers. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me and got to know Jazz too. So, if
yeah.
you guys have any other questions that you might want us to answer on the podcast, we could definitely have a question of the day, or two
Yes.
questions of the day.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate to. You can leave a voice message at on Anchor. You can either download the app, or you can go online and do it as well. So if you want to leave a voice message, you can, and we will feature that in the podcast, and we will answer your questions. And if you want to see Jazz come more often, because I hope, the plan is she'll be on here more often. Um,
Yes.
and just thank you for supporting us. I hope you learned about Jazz. Me, go follow Jazz, go follow me. You know, and is there anything you want to say, Jazz?
Well, just thank you guys for listening, and don't forget to rate this podcast if you are listening to it on Apple Podcast or Google Play. Give it a rating. If
Yeah,
you're listening on YouTube, give it a like. Share the video, and tell anybody that you can, and we really appreciate it. And um, mm, it's gonna be a really fun journey. So stick
Yes, it is.
around.
Yes, let's grow together. It's also on all other platforms, I believe Spotify. It's slowly rolling out to all of these other platforms. So I usually share it on my Twitter. So if you
Yes.
guys are on there, go follow me there, and then go follow Jazz as well. And
Yes.
this is all our experiences, our thoughts, advice, and everything. Remember, shit's not that deep. So
It's really not.
it's really not that deep. And I guess with that being said, I want to thank Jazz for coming on and being my co-host.
Anytime.
And from here on, we're just gonna keep going. And yeah. So remember our slogan. I'm gonna say is let's keep trying to get our shit together
Yes.
because we're always trying to get our shit together, and that's just life. Um,
Get it
but
together 2020.
right, hashtag get it together 2020. Um, I did want to end it on more of a positive note, Jazz. With 2020 around the corner, what
Okay.
is what is something that you expect or that you want for the new year in 2020?
Oh, where do I begin?
Just
I
one. Don't
just
be going on these rants.
I just hope that, you know, in general, the world can just be a little bit more positive, just a little bit more understanding of one another. And, I just hope for, you know, the best for everyone, this coming year, you know.
Yeah. I like that, and I think we need a lot of that with in 2020. And for me, including what Jazz said, I also want personally and for everyone in my life and my supporters and everybody, I'm thankful for the year that is ending, that I had so many great experiences in my life this year. So many good, so many bad, but everything it's life. And in 2020, I'm just happy to go into the new year and have another year to live, and
Right.
I'm thankful for health, my job, my family, my friends, all the hard work that I do. And we're just gonna keep being positive and just keep going forward
Yes. And
with every.
another thing is don't take anything for granted,
Yes,
and just it gets better, as
it
well.
does. It really does. All right. Well, ending on that, we thank you so much for joining us today, and have a great night. And remember, let's keep getting our shit together. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.